Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be watching the game of Grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura versus Grandmaster Gukesh. Wait, what's his last name? Gukesh. What's his name? Oh, okay. Well, I'll check later. So, first we have Gukesh playing pawn to e4. So this game was like very big because something happens at the end. It's not the slam. That was a different one. That was against Magnus Carlsen. Gukesh versus Magnus Carlsen. Well, if you want to know, stay tuned. I'll tell you at the end. So Gukesh goes e4 in 5 seconds. Hikaru comes in with e5. Knight jumps to f3. His knight goes to c6. The bishop comes to c4. This is the Italian game. The knight comes to f6. Gukesh pushes his pawn to d3. Bishop e7 is played by Hikaru. And do you guys know a fun fact? Hikaru is actually my favorite player. So Hikaru, if you're watching this, please know that I'm a big fan and I want to learn from you. So Magnus is, not Magnus. Gukesh castles, kingside. Hikaru also castles kingside. Rook comes to e1. Hikaru pushes his pawn to d6. Gukesh pushes his pawn to a4. Knight jumps to a5. Bishop goes back to a2. Now pawn's being pushed. Another bishop, the black bishop, goes to d2. Knight runs. We push our knight to a3. As in we, I mean Gukesh. Hikaru goes h6. Then a few moves are being exchanged. Ooh. As moves, I also mean pieces. A bishop's taken. Hikaru takes back with the pawn. The only way to take back. And Gukesh goes b4. Hikaru comes in with b6. Knight c4. Queen e8 is played. Now Gukesh pushes his pawn on b5. So let's talk about the time now. On time, we see that Gukesh has more time by 12 minutes, but actually doesn't count because Gukesh's time is still going down. And he's thinking. Let's see how long he spends thinking of this. Sorry, no. Hikaru's timer is going now because Gukesh just moves. We'll see how long he takes. He goes knight to d8. Ooh, it goes from 24 to 16. If you tell me in the chat how long it took, if there are any mathematicians out there. Now pawn goes to d4. The stockfish bar is slightly moving. It's going there, 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 there. It's not going too far. Pawn takes. We take back. They take back. Ooh, something I didn't see. Bishop goes to b4. I actually thought that the knight was gonna go take, but yeah, doesn't matter. Bishop goes. The knight takes that pawn. The rook takes the knight. I don't know why he took the pawn, but yeah, that's why. Hikaru knew that if Gukesh took the rook and the knight, he could fork them. But Gukesh is a very smart guy. Instead of fearing that either his rook or knight will be taken, he takes it to his own hands. He takes the bishop. The queen takes the bishop. Rook takes the pawn. Pawn takes knight. And knight jumps to e5. Not taking anything, sorry. Queen goes to g5, trying to take the knight. Ooh, the knight takes the pawn on c5, which they're saying is what is that? Wait, what does that mean? I think that means a mistake or something. Yeah, so knight takes, knight goes to b7, queen comes to e2. Fast plays are being played in like seconds. So rook comes to d1, black's rook comes to f4. Do you know why he's doing this? Because if, for example, if Gukesh moves his rook, he can take the pawn, but we can still take back. So I don't know why actually, because I'm not a grandmaster. But yeah, so pawn's being pushed, pawn takes, knight takes, rook takes, which is a brilliant move. Rook takes back, rook comes to d8, which is a mistake. Rook takes, queen takes, knight goes to c6, trying to take the queen. Queen knows and comes to d7. Gukesh pushes his pawn to h4, and the queen's being pushed to d6, which is a blunder. That's what the computer says. Knight takes pawn, knight comes to d3, knight comes back, king goes to h8, and queen goes to f3. That king thing reminded me of his actual account photo, which is a Santa Claus him hiding in a chimney. So the king is hiding in the corner. Get it? Now the king comes back. Pawn goes to g3. Knight takes c5. King comes to g2. Queen g7. Queen f4. Queen d5. Let's just check the time and let's check the bars. So far, Gukesh has 11 minutes and 36 seconds, while Hikaru has 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Hikaru's taking a lot of time, which is good in chess, but not in rapid. But this is not rapid, so it's fine. And this is kind of a blunder, because knight there is a fork. I don't know why the computer's not saying anything. Let's see what Gukesh does. It's like, check. Ha! Tricked you. It was actually a trick. What am I doing? Ha! Okay. Next. King comes to h7. Queen f7. Knight d3. Knight e7, a brilliant move. Queen d8. Queen takes pawn. Knight jumps to f2. It's kind of a knight and queen game, but white is winning by a pawn. And white's position, I would say, is kind of better. I think. Yeah. Next move, queen comes to f5. Check. So Hikaru actually resigns. I'm pretty sure. Let's see why. So it's a check, and black's gonna lose the knight. As it's a fork. So and king moves. What queen will take. What if king goes there? Is that a checkmate? Oh no, because if white takes, he can take. So I don't know why he resigned, but yeah, thanks for joining me, guys. Bye. This video took 9 minutes and 35 seconds. Thank you. Bye.